A former correctional officer at the Central California Women's Facility in Chowchilla was sentenced to 224 years in prison for sexually assaulting female inmates. Last month, during a court hearing, Gregory Rodriguez was forced to listen as several of his 9 victims recounted the abuse they suffered in prison. Rodriguez was convicted of more than 60 counts of sexual assault. 2 other victims spoke today before he was sentenced. During the trial, Rodriguez's attorneys dismissed the women's accounts as, quote, stories. The 224-year prison term is the maximum sentence allowed in this case.
She was absolutely certain and texted and communicated with absolute certainty that she hit a deer to all of her supervisors that night.
This is the hearing that officially ended Catherine Keppel's career in law enforcement after crashing into a vehicle, but reporting it as hitting a deer. She was fired after an internal investigation into that crash in 2022. On the night of July 24th, then Sergeant Keppel was off duty in her state-issued vehicle.
So I just hit a deer on Route 7 North.
Okay.
I'm good. I drove home, but I just want to report the damage.
State police also got a call from a woman who reported she was rear-ended twice in the same area, and the other driver took off.
She said, that night I knew I was in trouble.
Body camera footage from that night shows troopers knocking on Keppel's door. There's no answer. The damaged Dodge Charger is in the driveway. 3 days later, Keppel was issued a summons for misdemeanor charges of evading and following too closely. Those charges were dismissed after Keppel completed a diversionary program for first-time offenders.
In this case,
her attorney, Jean Zingaro, said Thursday that Keppel knows she made a mistake, but never lied during the internal investigation.
when presented with the correct information, has never once said under oath that she believed that this was an animal strike.
He also explained why she left before the hearing started.
She wanted the board to hear. She wanted the board to hear her. Unfortunately, she just started a new job and feels that being on NBC tonight is not going to help her keep her new job. And so she's opted not to appear before the board.
After the hearing, Zingaro told us both he and his client are disappointed by the outcome.
She accepts the termination, but was hoping that she would be free to at least seek other law enforcement opportunities, as it's all she ever wanted to do.
Now, he declined our request for a copy of the statement she planned to make. The board said that Keppel's conduct undermined confidence in law enforcement. For NBC Connecticut Investigates, I'm Amber Diaz. Keisha, back to you.
Amber, thank you.
Good morning, and welcome to the Bad Apple Report. It's 7:30 a.m. bright and early right here at home on the range. Thank you so much for being here today, folks. I really appreciate it. We are going to start it out in New Mexico, and we're going to talk about this detention officer. We've got a bunch of jailers on the show today. It's like these guys, I wonder if they just walk around dreaming about being behind bars or something. Anyways, whatever. They say you're not supposed to take your work home with you. And so this jailer has found himself in a paradoxical situation, being that now he is at home where he used to work. Okay, I don't know where I'm going with all that. Here's the story, though. Detention officer charged in northwest New Mexico. What did he do? An inmate was found to be assaulted in the shower area of the detention center. Hey, what are you doing in there, buddy? Farmington, New Mexico, a detention center officer is facing battery charge after an investigation into an inmate being assaulted. This guy's name is Damian Etcity. He's 35. He's facing aggravated battery charge after video footage was reviewed. It happened in the male shower area of the San Juan County Detention Center on August 5th. Okay, buddy. It says here, Etcity and the inmate got into a verbal argument that turned physical. Whoa. Body camera audio captured the inmate refusing to remove his towel before receiving his clothing to get dressed. What? The deputy for the San Juan County Sheriff's Office found providing clothing first was normal procedure by detention staff. Uh-oh, what's going on here? The inmate stated that he was actually assaulted when questioned, but no evidence was found that Etcity committed any related act. Well, seems like Etcity's being a little bit creepy. Allegedly, the video evidence of the inmate being grabbed and pushed down by the neck led to the aggravated battery charge. Either way, at City, keep your hands to yourself. But now that you're in jail, you can, do whatever you want. Apparently, allegedly. Okay, thanks for being here, folks. Let's move on with the show.
New tonight here at 7 o'clock. It has taken 4 years to get, but we finally got our hands on body camera footage of a Phoenix police officer who was arrested and accused of assaulting a man in handcuffs. That rookie police officer, Connor Orth Smith, was 23 at the time when it happened back in 2021. He resigned shortly after, back when it happened. Now, Fox 10 formally requested that body camera footage, and tonight we finally have it. I'm going to walk you through it, and a warning that it may be upsetting. On July 16, 2021, Phoenix police officer Connor Orth Smith responds to a trespassing call at a local hospital. 2 security guards already have a man face down on the ground. Orth Smith goes over to help and puts the man in handcuffs. Orth Smith comments that the man is obviously drunk and then places him in the back seat. The security guards explain that the man tried to access an area of the hospital that was off limits.
He was waiting to be seen as a patient. We took him in the back to process him.
Right. He barged through the back, actually. And he just ran? He just barged through the back. He barged through the back.
The security guards said that they grabbed a cold 40-ounce off of the man, indicating that the man had been drinking. Now, they wouldn't press charges, so Orth Smith is offering to drop the man off somewhere.
I'm not here to argue with you, right? I'm here to get you off the property. They don't want prosecution. They're letting you go. Where do you want to get dropped off at?
The drive continues. The man asked to be taken to a mental institution in Avondale. Orth Smith says he's not driving there. Tension builds.
CBI or I drop you off on the side? I drop you off on the side of the road or I take you to CBI. Pick one.
The officer pulls over at a gas station near 99th Avenue and McDowell, and that's when things escalate.
Hey, so you can either get out of my car the easy way or you're getting your beat. Get the out. Get the out, dude. Get out.
Orth Smith grabs him and pulls him out of the vehicle where he falls. He uncuffs him. Then the officer walks towards the driver's side of the vehicle, and the man comes towards him.
Off. Get the away.
Orth Smith calls for backup and a supervisor. While the man is on the ground, the officer goes back to him.
Get the over. Oh, you.
The man is placed in handcuffs again and held down, and beaten in the head again. At the time, Police Chief Jerry Williams said the behavior captured on body-worn camera is appalling and will not be tolerated. While Orth Smith was arrested and resigned, the case was eventually dismissed because the defendant completed the Maricopa County Attorney's felony diversion program.
This jailer's doing hard time for a really dumb crime. So, you jailers that watch this show, you better be warned. I'm telling you. This one's doing 21 years. He's a former correctional officer, and he's sentenced to over 21 years in fatal fentanyl case. Former Pennsylvania correctional officer will serve more than 2 decades in prison for drug trafficking that led to deadly overdose. The acting U.S. Attorney Office announced that 28-year-old Santino Bellucci, what might have been with your life, Santino, had you not been a bad apple? Now you got to spend 21 years in the pokey. He's from Dixon City. He was sentenced to 252 months in federal prison for conspiracy to distribute and possess oxycodone, 40 grams or more of fentanyl, resulting in a death. Prosecutors say Bellucci sold various narcotics across Lackawanna and Luzerne counties in December 2022. According to a report, victim pills, lethal overdose, blah, blah, blah. Bellucci, a former correctional officer, was taken into custody following an investigation that linked him to the fatal transaction and other illegal drug sales in the region. He was a local bad apple. Now he's sitting in jail. Let's move on with the show.
Andover police officer who was shot by fellow members of the force appeared in a courtroom Zoom today as her defense attorney argued that she should be released. He also says investigators are not telling the truth about what happened. WBZ's Beth Romano is live in Salem. And Beth, I know we are also learning more about what happened before this shooting.
Well, it's a case with many layers and now accusations of lies on both sides. Kelsey Fitzsimmons is charged with armed assault to murder in a confrontation with fellow police officers. But her attorneys say there are two sides to the story as a judge considers if she is a danger. It's the first time seeing 28-year-old Kelsey Fitzsimmons. Her attorneys in court fighting for her to be let out on bail, calling the case against her a he said, she said situation, not a criminal case, when she allegedly pointed a gun and attempted to shoot a fellow officer inside her North Andover home. Her family there to support her.
We just hope she gets home soon. We don't believe that Kelsey pointed her gun at anyone except herself.
It started June 30th when 3 officers arrived at the home to issue a restraining order that had been taken out by Fitzsimmons' fiancée, worried she could harm their baby born in February and him. Fitzsimmons has admitted to postpartum depression after the birth, voluntarily undergoing a mental health evaluation, according to her attorney, who says the condition is not a permanent one.
This was a transient episode that was brought on by an unimaginable confluence of events for Kelsey. And it's over, and it's gone, and she's fine. And that's what the court needs to understand.
That June night, attorneys say Fitzsimmons went to a second-floor bedroom to get clothes for her baby who was being removed from the home. One of the 3 officers following her upstairs, who claims she suddenly grabbed her service weapon and fired with an empty chamber.
She racked the gun to load a round into the chamber. When she did that, he fired one shot, missed, and fired another shot.
There's no body camera. There was no other officer up there. There's 3 different stories, versions of what exactly was said in the reports before you.
Her attorneys say Fitzsimmons, who was shot in the chest, has been slowly recovering and has never been hurt in this case, while she's also fighting a custody battle. Former Attorney General Martha Coakley has become a co-defense counsel.
Our real goal is to make sure that she is heard, that the truth comes out about what really happened here, and our client is innocent.
Now, prosecutors say all of this allegedly happened after Fitzsimmons was cleared to return to the force and that she remains a danger to herself and others. Her attorneys say if bail is granted, there is a plan for her release and that these are untested allegations. Reporting live from outside Salem Superior Courthouse, I'm Beth Germano.
We have here a Staten correctional officer who has been arrested following a contraband investigation. Why is it never a funk ban investigation? Hey, you got in here free. Elmore County, Alabama, an officer at Stanton Correctional Facility has been arrested on contraband charges, according to the Alabama Department of Corrections. And Correctional Sergeant, he's a Sergeant, Delano Daly was arrested after an investigation into contraband found at the facility. Delaney, no, his name is Daly. His name is Delaney Daly. No, Delano Daly was taken to the Elmore County Jail and charged with 1st and 2nd degree promoting prison contraband. ADOC didn't provide any other details on the investigation. They did confirm he's no longer employed. He has since been released from jail, so he's probably watching the Bad Apple Report. Daly, welcome to the Bad Apple Report, you knucklehead. All right, now let's move on with the show.
A Georgetown police officer is facing felony charges after allegedly engaging in sexual activity with a victim during a family violence call. Officer Dylan Wright was arrested yesterday for misuse of official information. Police say Wright responded to a family violence call that led to a man's arrest on August 1st, and that he allegedly improperly accessed the information about the victim to find out when she'd be alone so he could return to her home. Wright was placed on administrative leave August 6 when the complaint was made. Now, Wright does not face assault charges. Georgetown police say the alleged actions, though, are a, quote, egregious violation of department values. Investigators are asking anyone with additional information to contact Georgetown PD's Professional Standards Division.
Charles Davis' trial is over for now after day 2. Both parties agreed to a mistrial. One of the state's witnesses is also one of Davis's alleged victim. He's a minor, so we aren't showing his face. Davis's defense attorney questioned the witness on the stand today, and during the morning break, the witness went into the hallway crying and hugging his mother, another potential witness for the state. The judge says that several jurors saw that interaction. The defense then asked for a mistrial, and the state and judge agreed. Judge Matthew Schmidt says he worries that the jurors who saw that interaction may be persuaded one way or another. And right now, there is no scheduled date for the next trial. Reporting in Chillicothe, Tara Jabor, 10 TV News.
I'm happy to report that's all the bad apples we have for the show today. Thank you so much for watching the show. I really do appreciate you. And I know this content is hard on us all. You know, it's like a duty for us to even endure this stuff, but we can't let these bad apples get away with it. That's why we watch it. And so I really do appreciate you. I don't blame you if you have to take a break from the show. I have to do it sometimes. You're awesome. Thanks again. We'll see you hopefully tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. bright and early. Have a great day.